Hello everybody on the internet. Now this is a spoiler-free review, so if you haven't seen the movie, don't worry, there are gonna be no spoilers. You can watch this review. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is the 25th MCU movie and the 6th installment of Phase 4. And this was my most anticipated movie of the year. And I had to wait even longer to see it because of a lockdown, but it was worth it. This movie did not disappoint. Shang-Chi is absolutely amazing, one of the best MCU movies. Marvel Studios took this very obscure character with very limited and stereotypical material and vastly improved upon it by taking other great things from the comics and doing their own thing and making an epic movie out of it. This explores the MCU like never before. This opens up the Chinese world of the MCU and represents Asia the way it's supposed to be, respectfully and as equals. All throughout, I felt like I was watching a completely standalone and original movie, except for when it had connections to the larger MCU, like Wong and Abomination. Being an origin story, this has plenty of familiar origin story beats in it, but there is more to it than that. There are a lot of origin flashbacks in this, but they always happen at the right time. This movie is perfectly structured and paced, and it has a great story that, yet again, it's about family. Shang-Chi is an awesome character and a great addition to the world. What's interesting is that he is a new lead superhero without powers. This is all about his complex relationship with his father. He is a good person raised around bad people. I love how he fights and how he handles situations. Simu Liu does a perfect job leading this movie. Though Shang-Chi isn't the most vibrant personality, he performs light-hearted and dramatic scenes so well. I can't wait to see where this character goes and to spend more time with him. Tony Leung finally brings the real Mandarin to life. The Mandarin really is better fitted to Shang-Chi. And this also makes the Iron Man trilogy even better by explaining the Ten Rings. Wenwu is a great villain. He's not one of the top best, but there is something very different about him than other villains. And they establish his history very well. And I love how they designed the Ten Rings to be less similar to the Infinity Gauntlet and Lantern Power rings. The way they are used is so cool and inventive. Xia Ling, Shang-Chi's sister, has the same complexities in her relationships that Shang-Chi does. And she's tough and likable enough and has her own skill set, but she needs to be more fleshed out. There is so much more we can still learn about her. And Katie, played by Awkwafina, who I'm not familiar with, I didn't think she was the greatest character ever. And this is one of the less funnier MCU movies, but she was the source of a lot of the humor. And her friendship with Shang-Chi is believable. And other side characters like Death Dealer and Razor Fist, they were cool to see. Shang-Chi isn't one of those movies that is overly complex or expectation defying. It's just consistently good. And this is a mystical martial arts movie, and that's awesome. And being about the world's best martial artist, the martial arts and the fight choreography in this movie is so real, authentic, and engaging and mind-blowing. This also has so much epic fantasy action with stunning visuals that I never thought I would see in the MCU. I was always in awe at the action scenes. And the cinematography by Bill Pope is so distinct and enhances the quality of everything. The camera movements just flow and capture everything in the light that it deserves, and it is never jarring. This movie has the best combat and cinematography in the MCU, and has really nice music to go with it. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is the most unique MCU movie, and it was as amazing as I wanted it to be. And it feels close to home because it's filmed in Australia. I'm going to have to give it a 9 out of 10. Director Destin Daniel Cretton did an amazing job with this movie. And I am so keen for a sequel because there is so much more to do. So, Have you seen Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings? What did you think of it? Do you want a sequel? Do you like this new character? Let me know in the comments below, and may the Force be with you.